So today is the 13th of June. We're just going to do a little contracted version of what I taught the students today. We looked at resource file, the second one of resource file. So we go back to the very top and we do this slide share from the beginning. Okay, so this is what we did today. We looked at 30 most popular, in my opinion, free sites, although I'd say probably half of them have the premium section that you need to pay for as well, and 10 paid. So if I had money and I want to choose 10 that you should pay for, the 10 that I recommend, and employment and professional development and teaching tips. So 30 of the best, ESL Brains, One Stop English, which I might write down here for anyone else who wants to look. This one called ESL for Kids, Handouts Online, the Internet TESOL Journal, English Club, Writing Lab, Purdue Writing Lab. This one's called Teach Children ESL, English Flow, English Club, Online Teaching or Teacher Resource. But actually this one is called that, but the name you got to go to is called Teachnology. Yeah, put teachnology.com will come up. ESL Galaxy, that's also a good one. I'm just looking at other ones people can do for their homework. English to Go, ESL Monkey, ESL Base, Karen's ESL Partyland. It's, this one, the name of it is this, but you have to look at TEFL.net to get there. TEFL.net. IXL Printables, ESL Printables, ISL Collective Printables. Oh, there's movies as well on this one. Internet for Classroom. They have ESL Lounge, another good one. And using English movie segments, I really like. This is free, but you can't get it on Yahoo, Safari, or Google. You have to go to DuckDuckGo. I don't know why. Fuse, unfortunately, we're not secondary school teachers. If we were, we could sign in. I'm trying to get a friend to give me their sign in, and hopefully we can access. English Trailers, English Mania, Games to Learn English. I might give that to someone as well, Games to Learn English. No Word. It's a free site where you just have to try and guess the word, put it up on the overhead, and have students in 2 teams and see if you can get the word first. But you yourself will have to go through and know the words quite well as a teacher before you put it up for the students, because I find them quite tricky. And the crossword, we get the 2 crosswords, and you have to put in the word or definition, or word and then definition or word or the hint question to bring up the words that you want for the crossword, and you have it in 2 parts. And the paid ones, so Anki. Yep, Hayato's going to tell us about Anki tonight. And Class Dojo, Education Perfect, Story Place. Oh yeah, no one chose Story Place. Write that down. ESL Games, Kids Stuff, Quizlet, Breaking News, Make Believe, Lantern Fish, Teach This, Busy Teacher. Yep, and this bit, I'm just going to fast forward. Next little bit of interesting information was looking at the straightforward site that had a bit on helping teachers. It was about the Common European Framework, and it mentions that the students have to be responsible for their own learning, so you have to have them do an education. Well, background, interest, little language passport, which really it's basically just saying what their interests are, but like what they want to learn, so they feel a bit more responsible for their learning. And we've got a photo of them you put up on the wall. A lot of teachers do that. So it just gives you ideas. For example, when you do an activity, maybe at the end have them fill out one of these or do on the board together. Things like class discussion on learning, just like how they learn, maybe the more kinesthetic, more oral, listening based, maybe the more visual based. 70% of us prefer visual style learning. So obviously if you have the visual and the oral, you're more likely to retain. You can find out from your students, ask them. They have a newsletter, I don't know, schools often have newsletters. It might be one class each month has to do the newsletter. And how to find referencing materials, what you do like that. And dictionary. So, for example, have a little game where you have a race to find the word, different things about the word. So that was all about well, it's not just straightforward. The straightforward Macmillan publishers have that on the internet, which I thought is useful for us. And the other one is on the Life have a little section on how to use their interactive whiteboard. And looking for jobs, once again, using the internet as a resource. I'm sure you all know the major job places. And then if you actually want to go overseas with your TESOL qualification, I think a lot of companies or agencies cover lots of countries, but basically if you look there, you can see, for example, Teach Active send people to the UK, USA Employment to the US. Teachers on Net go everywhere. And also, last little bit was recommending that you join Facebook site Australian Teachers and Twitter. You can tweet. Well, I've got a picture of this one. It's about just people who are also teachers to talk about teaching. And LinkedIn, joined some organisations there. And then we did professional development places. Well, basically Vic TESOL is the only one for TESOL in Victoria, but that means that you get automatic membership to the ATESOL, which is the Australian one, or well, I call it that one, ACTA, and they have a biannual conference. And the next conference is in Brisbane in 2021. And Skills First, I don't really know why I put that there. That's a bit out of whack. Skills First was just about teaching English to domestic students who have permanent residency. And last little bit, I just thought I'd throw in, late last night I added this bit about Zoom, breakaway rooms, and that was all we did today. So that was all about, well, resource files are a very vague topic. It's just things you can find on the net to help you as a teacher, basically. So we'll stop share and turn off the recording.